Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Succession Planning webinar. My name is Brooke Quinn, and I am a business development representative here at the Lake Superior Community Partnership. Before we get started, I'm going to let you know about some housekeeping rules. This webinar may be a little shorter than our allotted time period. And if you do have any questions during the webinar, there is a question box on the side of your screen. If you do have a question, feel free to ask at any time. I will see the questions as they come in, and I will answer them during or at the end of our webinar. And during this webinar, I'll be going through these three topics. Those three topics are the importance of having a plan, what is inside our toolkit, as well as how to get started on your succession plan for your business. There is no better time than to start creating your succession plan today. Talent shortages are a very real thing, and so if you or someone you know is looking to have a successor lined up and want to retire soon, then that time to start looking is now. This slide showcases the business cycle, which are the many stages that a business will go through. In this picture shown, it begins in the startup phase and continues to grow and expand and so on. When starting your business, one thing to consider is to have a business plan when creating your business. You may or may not have a business plan in place currently. However, if you don't, that is perfectly okay. The LSCP can help assist you with writing a business plan. And it is good to have a business plan in place when starting up because it helps keep you on track with everything you are working on. This being from where the business is located, what you are looking to produce or sell, and to the very fun stuff like financial forecasting and so much more. And further down the line, this leads to how your business is going to grow, the expanding and reaching to its most potential, and then the maturity stage where you're at your peak and you're doing great. And the business has a solid foundation and has matured to what you hoped it would be. And then comes the last stage of the business. This transition stage of your business is when you, as a business owner, will have the business continue in the hands of another owner, which could mean having one or more family members taking over the business. And when retirement comes, what if no one in the family wants to take on the family business? What if I'm ready to retire and can't find another entrepreneur to take my place? The transition period of the business cycle tends to not be as thought about until maybe a year or even a few months of a business owner wanting to retire. I'm going to dive into a little more detail of what the LSCP Succession Planning Toolkit has to offer and what you as a business owner can use and take away from it. As I mentioned earlier, the importance of having a succession plan, or more specifically, why you as a business owner should have one, showcases here as well. A study from Forbes magazine stated that 88% of family-owned businesses do not have a written succession plan. That's 88%. That is a large percentage of businesses ranging from small mom and pops to large businesses that do not have a succession plan to some degree. It is understandable for any business owner to not consider working on a plan until absolutely necessary. Your business has been your life, your baby, your everything. You've put so much into it, and thinking about transitioning to that stage or the next and possibly final step for you to take as a business owner is hard to even think about. The importance of having a succession plan is to help you get your business organized and ready to transition into new ownership. If that would be a family member or an entrepreneur with the same amount of passion as you for the business. And this leads to the LSCP's Succession Planning Toolkit. The LSCP has developed a toolkit to guide business owners on what should be thought about during the transition stage of your business. Some of these tools that I will be talking about that are provided in the succession toolkit are when and where to begin with the succession planning process, the templates that are available, as well as going over some examples on how to organize those. I will also talk about some do's and don'ts in regards to the succession planning process and what can be done to try to avoid those. And lastly, a checklist to keep you on track throughout your entire process. In the succession planning toolkit, there will be many resources on the state and local level that are available to the public that some may or may not know about. For example, there are realtors that handle commercial buildings, and if you're waiting to sell your business, or lawyers and financial advisors that work with you and other services for your succession planning process. Another great tool in the toolkit is the question and answer page. This page in the toolkit asks questions that you, as a business owner, may not think about right away. An example question would be, why do I want to sell or exit the business? Or even what legal documents are required for selling or exiting the business? Along with these questions, there would be explanations, answers, and resources that not only the LSCP provides, but other local and state resources that are available as well. The templates that are in our succession planning toolkit are a timeline, list of suppliers and business contacts, and the job position strengths and weaknesses. I will be explaining in a little more detail and providing examples on how these templates would work. The timeline is a calendar that can be incorporated into your day-to-day operations, and the example I will be showing is by a month-to-month basis and what can be added to make it your own. Another option in our list of suppliers and business lists and contacts. This example template has the name of the business and the contact information for the person or persons you as a business owner work with, along with any comments for working with said business. And the job position strengths and weaknesses are similar to the timeline. However, this is a template of the timeline for an entrepreneur or family member you are working with to transition into the role of the new owner. The succession planning timeline, as I mentioned, is a calendar that will be incorporated into your day-to-day operations. This calendar or timeline goes by month-to-month basis, and it can be shrunk down to even week by week if you prefer to have it that way to keep it a little bit more simplistic. In the example shown, it has what ABC company could possibly have during that week, such as placing orders on a Tuesday and Thursday, and on Wednesday, an appointment with a realtor to talk about how to list your business for sale. And to make it your own, at the bottom of the calendar, it showcases the different colors associated with each appointment or goal that a business owner would like to achieve. And in this key section, the financial advisors are in dark purple, the realtors are in an orange, and the law office is in a teal. These colors could be your favorite colors to make it more memorable, or colors that stick out to you like a bright red or a neon highlight color. Adding the timeline to your day-to-day operations will help organize and keep you on track for what needs to be done and achieved by a certain time. And even throughout using this timeline or even using it through succession, you can also use this template in different areas of your business as well, just to kind of make sure you go to your meetings and keep them on track as well. Another template is our list of suppliers, utilities, and etc. This template example has the name of the business, the contact information for the person or persons who you as a business owner work with, along with any comments for working with said business. In this example, Bob is a contact with ABC Company, and in the comments section, it says that he is who the business owner pays at the beginning of each month. And this can be any supplier, utility, building, rent, and so on that a business works with. It can be used for multiple reasons, and it can be a monthly, daily, maybe even yearly contact. This template helps the transitioning owner have these contacts in one place and makes it simple and easy to understand. And it is an overall great organization tool to have in a business. And the similar layout would be for the business contact list as well, that you have along the years. And the business list of contacts can be any connection or anyone you make connections with, you work with, to partnerships with other businesses, or even a client list that you develop over the many years of your business being in existence. The position strength and weakness template is similar to a candidate profile for a person or persons you're working with in the transition period. If the person you're looking to take on the business is new to the field or has been there a long time, there may be some extra help to make sure they fit the part. And a candidate profile of their position in the company and their strengths and weaknesses can help you understand what might be beneficial for the business. And the example shown has the candidate Jane Smith, who has mentioned interest in taking on ownership of the business. This example shows the time frame of when the owner of ABC company feels they are ready, what training is needed to assist them in running the business, such as financial, day-to-day operations, and other possibilities for training like human resource management. This template will give the business owner the understanding of what the candidate needs are. And this can help because even though a person may express interest in wanting to take on your company, they also may not be the best fit for your business or taking on that huge responsibility. And this template can help decipher that and decide that for you. In addition to having easy to use templates for your business to access, the toolkit has a few things to keep in mind when constructing your succession plan. It dives into some topics that should be discussed when selling your business, creating your succession plan, and even on a personal and business level. An example question of on a personal level would be if you as a business owner are ready to transition into selling the business to either a family or someone who is passionate about the business as you are. This may seem like a really easy question. Yes, I'm ready to retire. Yes, I'm ready to pass the business down to my kids, my friends, my coworker. This question may seem simple to answer. However, I've come to notice that when working with some businesses that the business owner may not be mentally ready and prepared to take that final step. It would not matter if everything is ready and lined up. If that business owner isn't prepared to release control, it can be difficult to let go and transition. As I mentioned earlier, the business is your life's work. It is not easy to hand over the reins, so to speak, and give up that control. And this is just one example of the do's and don'ts that are in the toolkit that you will be shown. And even on the business level, this change can affect your employees too, and could cause some difficulties with the transition. Keeping them informed along the way and being able to answer questions can make this succession easier. And you can find more of these tips and tricks to look out for in our toolkit. And lastly, we have the checklist. This is a process that looks into setting your long-term goals and seeing your plan on paper and who needs to be contacted, such as lawyers, realtors, financial advisors, accountants, and so much more. The checklist will help keep you on track, which is the main thing when working on your succession plan for your business. It keeps your goals you want to achieve in check and realistic to the time frame of your transition. And realistic goals are very key and important when planning your succession. You may have an idea, I want to sell my business to a realtor or get it listed within a month and have myself out of it within 2 weeks. If that is great in theory, however, it may not be as realistic. And I completely understand that this is a lot of information to take in. This is the end of my presentation, and just as a friendly reminder that I will be emailing everyone the link to our succession plan, and I am happy to sit down and talk with anyone who is wanting to start planning, or if you are ready, going through this process as well. My contact information is on the screen as well as in the email I will be sending out. At this time, I will be looking at some of the questions that were submitted. It looks like someone in the audience has asked, how soon should I start my succession plan? This is a great question. It is never too late or too early to start planning. Ideally, it would be around 3 to 5 years before you're wanting to retire or sell your business, but it is what you make it out to be and put into the plan itself. Like I had mentioned earlier, this process can be from a few months to a few years. It really is never too late or too early to start planning your succession for your business. It looks like another question is about how to find the right person to take over your business. One thing that is mentioned in the toolkit is what are options to finding the right candidate. An option could be someone who is already working for the business or someone that you feel has the potential to take on those responsibilities. And if you do not find someone through looking internally, then try looking externally. There are some entrepreneurs who are wanting to start a business but do not want to do so from the grassroots up. And it is a process, no less, to finding that specific person. And there are just a few options that are listed and talked about in the toolkit. Another question is, will we be able to download this information to share? There is in the email I will be sending out information for each toolkit that does contain the templates that are provided in the toolkit. So you will be receiving that after the webinar. Alrighty, another question is, I'm looking to retire and sell my business soon, but do not want to make it public. What can I do to find someone to take over? That is a good question. The LSAP has a list of businesses that are looking to sell that have not been made public yet. All of these businesses are confidential, and if you are looking to transition your business soon, you can contact me to be put on this list. If the LSCP does come in contact with someone who is looking to purchase an already existing business, we can help point them in the right direction while keeping everything confidential. Alrighty. I would like to say thank you again for joining in and seeing a brief overview of our succession planning toolkit. If you do have any questions, feel free to contact me. My information again is on the screen slide shown before you, as well as in the email that will be going out. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay healthy and safe.